Testing, testing. Are we live? Seem to be live. Let me just make sure that the audio is good. But hey, if anyone has come in, how's everyone doing? How's it going? Hope it's been a good week. Now let's catch up and let's see what progress we can make on the drawing that we've been working on recently. So yeah, well, I'm just gonna check the audio real quick, and I'll be right there with y'all. Yeah, so sorry for the delay. I guess, I mean, we didn't start late, really. Hello, Mateo. How's it going? I was gonna say hello, Aren. I don't know. I'm Aren. What am I talking about? What's happening? No, for real. How you doing, Mateo? Thank you for coming by. And yeah, how's your week been? Let's talk about it. Let me just. I was checking the stream again. As I mentioned, is the audio okay? Let me know, but I mean, I'll check it out on my end as well. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it seems okay. I just see some peaking, but I mean, I do have a limiter on my microphone, so it should be fine. So yeah, doing well. Hopefully the same for you. Yeah, I mean, it's been a bit of a hasty week, but overall I've been good. Yeah, overall it's been good. So I'm glad you've been well too. And yeah, give me just a few more seconds. Here we go. There we go. Let me make sure that everything is good on this end. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I turned off. Here we are. Hello. Yeah, because I turned off, if you remember, the ambient light. I changed it up for the previous stream. So yeah, we're good. We're all right. So let me go into. Well, actually, I haven't opened CSP. I just realized that I haven't opened Clip Studio. So let me just go into it. But it's been fun. It's been a fun time overall this week. I've been enjoying myself for sure. There we go. Okay. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna be looking down, obviously, because I'm gonna be drawing. So yeah, I'm just making sure that the tracking doesn't mess up. But yeah, let's go into art. There we go. Oh, BGM just cuts off. That's fine, because we got our own BGM over here. Yeah. You know what? Since we always start with it, let's just do some good old pigeon wave. Why not? Let's start up with it. You know, gotta have it. So rather than ignore it, you know, I guess it's better to just embrace it for the time being. So let's do it. Let me just. I'm lowering my volume a little bit because I don't want it to be too intense. So let's go into ambient music. And then pigeon wave, there it is. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. Okay, hold on. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick reconfiguration. So give me just a few more seconds. Reject humanity, embrace pigeon. Yes, that is the lesson this time. That is the lesson of today. Also, I'm seeing some noise coming from my microphone. Hopefully it's not too bad, but let me know if it is, because maybe I'll need to configure some stuff. I just realized you can't hear it, but I started up the pigeon wave already. But it's on a different source, so hold on. Let me go into art stream. There we go. And now you should be able to hear it. Yeah, here we go. Here it is. Okay. Gotta embrace the pigeons. Okay. So, last time we finished. Oh, I gotta get my glove on. We started this drawing with what? The Lineart part of this drawing. So that's what we're gonna be working on. We're gonna be working on the Lineart that was still missing, which is Mavia herself. If you remember, I think it's pretty much done, right? This Lineart of the stand itself. So now we gotta do Mavia, and I've been thinking, because I feel like it's something that it's important to plan while you're going at it. Actually, I feel like it's kind of loud, the pigeon wave. Calm down a little bit. Hold on, it cut off on my end. But yeah, I've been thinking on. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but give me just a few more seconds. Yeah, looking into what the background should be. But I feel like partly I kind of want to do like no background. For like you know how the stand eye catch that I did for Amelia Watson. That's something that I want to do, but for Mavia, I think again I'm trying to think on like a song that will fit her, but I still haven't thought of it. I was actually thinking about it yesterday. I was like, what's a song? But like nothing really came to mind. So maybe I will discreetly. I think it will be interesting, like discreetly ask her maybe. Like what kind of song maybe she identifies with, or her character as a harpy, stuff like that. I don't know what will fit her necessarily. For the, I guess if you remember on the Amelia Watson stand eye catch, what it did was put the song that identifies her stand, like in JoJo's. So yeah, okay, we're gonna be working on this. Is this the right layer? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So let's start it up. Let me just move this a little to the side. Do this. There we go. Then let's go here. Nope, that's draft. Oh, okay. I was like, that's draft copy, but that's. Linear Mavi. There we go. Okay, this is getting intense. Freaking pigeon core is getting intense. Sheesh. I forgot it. I forgot it went so hard. Hold on. I think I'm gonna lower it a little on my end. Come back. There we go. I forgot it went so hard. What the heck? Give me just a second. There we go. Okay. So, okay, now it's just noise. Hopefully you're still able to hear me properly. Okay, that's a lot of noise. Let's just continue. I remember there being noise, I just don't remember it being this loud, Maybe I'll lower my auxiliary sound. Yeah, I think that's fine, there we go. My monitor audio. Okay, so let's start making Mavia herself. But I was thinking, like, if I should have another background different to this one. Each time we listen to it, the pigeon wave grows more powerful. Yeah. Honestly, I can imagine that. That makes sense, and I think it checks out. So I'm definitely not gonna dispute that. Yeah, because otherwise I don't know really what to make her background be. So I think for the time being we'll just keep the background transparent, and I'll probably export it to maybe either Photoshop or a different app and work around that. Because last time for Amelia I did it in Premiere Pro. I just added the effects and stuff like that, so maybe I'll do that on my own time. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Like if I could edit, because Premiere Pro, I've been having a lot of trouble with Premiere Pro when it's like something heavy, a heavy file. And yeah, usually I like putting a lot of effects into these sequences. So yeah, I think it will be better if maybe I don't stream it. Maybe once I have a better PC, probably graphics card is what I need to increase, because I have a good CPU. I think the graphics card is the one that I have pretty pretty average. But to be fair, like it was an investment for sure. Let's look at this. Because it feels like this comes from the back almost. Because originally I thought this was from the front as well. There's little bangs on the sides. But I feel like it's part of her hair in the back. Now that I'm looking at it. So I think I'm gonna focus more on like fleshing out this part in the front. These bangs. And then I'm gonna like just add some minor details, you know, stuff like that. And then I'm gonna work on... Actually, I should probably do something like this. Yeah, there we go. Whoops. Not that. Oh, yeah, something like this. Oh. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think... Yeah, see, this is one of those when you wanna make... where you wanna make one line instead of multiple lines. Because otherwise it doesn't look 100% right, and that's... where the struggle is a little bit, you know. So I think I'm gonna back out a little bit, see if I can make, yeah, something like this. See? Yeah, more or less. I don't know. But yeah, since we're here, and you know, it's time to chat a little bit about the week, but just in general about how everyone has been, and how the stream schedule also has been, because, you know, obviously I'm gonna be making probably tomorrow the next schedule for this next week. So yeah, how you felt about this week's schedule? I assume, you know, obviously I tried out a different time for Mario Kart. So yeah, I think I'll probably use that time to stream next week. I don't know, what do you think about it? Let's say, like, would you prefer that? Or are you fine with... I mean, you did mention that it was better for you. And, yeah, obviously anyone else, like, I would like to know how it fits your schedule. Because obviously I want it to be convenient for y'all. Because I feel like those two times, the one when I play Mario Kart and the one when I played Subnautica, are the most convenient for myself personally. If anything, I could move... Well, I mean, I could move the like, time when I stream Subnautica like a little bit later, but I feel like that will be too late for somebody else. And then I could also stream a little bit earlier or a little bit later the Mario Kart. Well, the time that I streamed the Mario Kart stream. What? Does that make sense? Yeah. Still kind of struggling on how to draw this hair properly. But yeah, overall, I think those are the times that are more convenient for me. For my own schedule, the earlier time is definitely more convenient for me. Right. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that. And maybe we'll have another Mario Kart stream this week, because I enjoyed it. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. And like I mentioned, obviously I want to train, right? So you gotta be consistent if you want to get better. And I've been thinking about also doing, because there was an Among Us update, and you know, obviously I heard some interest from doing like Among Us streams, or maybe even Crab Game. I know Crab Game is getting kind of popular right now, and like some people might be interested in playing. So it will be down. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this, I gotta be honest. I don't think, yeah, something like this, the overall silhouette, I guess, I don't mind. But I'm kinda struggling trying to figure out how to make this look good, you know? It's like, I got the idea in mind, now how do I make it? How do I make it look actually good? Like something like this, maybe, for the time being at least. Oh, I think I know. Yeah, look, something like this. Whoop, like this. Perhaps. Man. The heck is going on with... I say it every week when I'm like, what is going on? And it's like, I've heard these songs multiple times, but like you said, I think they definitely This is one of the. It's definitely one of those songs where like the more you hear it, like the newer things, like you hear newer things. It just keeps surprising you with different things. It's it's interesting. It's an interesting study for sure. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to do like an Among Us or something like that stream this week. So probably next one, but maybe we have time. But the thing is, you know, obviously I've been really busy with college, as I mentioned. I've actually been really messing up my sleep schedule because of it. Ironically, like I'm a Vtuber, you know, so you'd think that it's normal that my sleep schedule is broken. But I feel like it's more broken because of school than because of actually streaming. Which I guess is part of it, right? Like, a lot of VTubers are also like in school and stuff, so it just makes sense. And to be fair, a lot of, you know, old school YouTubers, like their schedule was also pretty broken because a lot of them were in college or in school when they first started. So it's not necessarily bad, you know. It's a, you know, it's a stage in the process of VTubing. Not to say that, you know, it's just fine to have your sleep schedule broken. It's obviously more healthy to take care of yourself and actually sleep well and stuff. But you know, when you have work, you gotta put your back into it, right? So you gotta. But is that the right thing to say? I don't know. You gotta put some effort into it. Okay, there we go. See, that's something like. I think that's the first line that I've actually liked that I've made so far. This little line, I was like, oh, okay, that was actually kind of satisfying. You know, when you actually get a line right, and you're like, yes, yes, oh, yes. You're like, finally. Got a line right for once. Whoops. There there we go. Something like that. Yeah, I'm kinda figuring things out here. Hey. The freaking music. At this point, my sleep schedule is basically semi-nocturnal. Honestly, same. Yeah. I definitely can relate to that. Semi-nocturnal. Yeah, because you don't really feel that it's so late when you're like at like 1, 2 a.m. But then you realize, like, the more you stay up, you know, then it turns 4, or 3, obviously, but, you know, then it turns 4 and eventually 5, and it's like, it's already morning. Like 4 and 5 is pretty much morning already. Like, you don't really think about it when it's like 1 or 2, because you're like, I mean, it's still night. But suddenly you're on the other side and you're like, oh boy, there's no turning back from this, is it? I'm just waking up at this time, it seems. I'm just going to bed at this time. That definitely happened to me this last couple times that I've been working on my college work. But I will say I have been very much been enjoying it. You know, it's tough work. Don't get me wrong. Like some of the stuff, like, I do find a little tedious, but at least for the fact that I feel like I am learning, you know, some interesting stuff for animation. And even for drawing, like I mentioned, you know, I'm learning the like anatomy, and yeah, I started to see like how it could help me not only for modeling but also for drawing, and it's really interesting, like, just to see how the muscles work and stuff like that. I've been really enjoying that aspect, I guess, like actually seeing things take shape, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's the kind of thing when you're like, oh yeah, I definitely like doing this, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. But, actually, speaking of, I was gonna talk about, like, putting yourself objectives for the day and stuff like that, because that's something that I've started doing ever since I started college. Not ever since, but like recently, due to college, I have to kind of set myself goals for the day. Do y'all usually do that? Do you usually set goals for the day, or is it more like whatchamacallit? Like just like I gotta do this, and you know I'll get it done eventually, or something like that. Like I definitely been doing pretty much like a checklist. But I'm kind of trying to figure out a way to keep some creativity going, you know, because sometimes you have ideas that come out of nowhere. Like you're like, oh, but what if I do this? And you know, it's cool to take advantage of those opportunities, because you know that's when you have, or when cool stuff comes out. You know, like when I have the idea of Delinquent Mafia. I didn't start doing this. I actually made some sketches. Actually, let me show you. There you go. Here's the other documents. I think I showed y'all before. Yeah, but I started looking some of the references, like the one I just... Well, let me see if y'all are actually seeing it. Yeah, because it's the same app, so it should... Yeah, there we go. Okay. I grabbed some of these references of the Sukevan trope, and I started applying them to Mavia. Well, I first did just the normal poses, and then I grabbed one of those poses, and I made it into... Can I actually... No, I think I drew over it. But yeah, I drew on top of it. Mavia, basically, you know, like a mannequin almost. So, yeah. I have more of a checklist of things that I have to do before a certain time. Oh. So more so based on their deadline, or their priority, rather. Because I've heard about it, yeah, definitely. I've heard that it's good to set yourself objectives based on... again, not necessarily on urgency, but on priorities. You know, like that kind of stuff. And that's the end of Pigeon Wave. Sorry, just heard over, and it was like this ambient sound, and I was like, is it over? And yes, indeed. That's the end of Pigeon Wave for today. Hope you enjoyed. And let's continue on the next track. Let me just make this real quick, because I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. Yeah, this part I definitely should have planned it a little better. I definitely gotta write it down. That I should like do better planning on the hair especially. Because I feel like for the most part I started with shapes, which is not bad. And I guess it's something that I did here with the... whoops, where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? There we go. With the head, right? Like I made a second sketching layer. I feel like that's something that I wanted. I should have done for this other hair as well. Actually, I think I'm gonna take this out, because I think I like this side more, a little more at least. There you go. Yeah, I don't dislike that. I don't dislike that. Whoops, got an alarm. There we go. Okay, let's continue with the next music. Let's see what we can find. I mean, I don't want to take much time, because, you know, sometimes that happens, right? Like, you're looking for a video to do some work or stuff like that, and you spend more time looking for it than it would actually take you to just do the work. So I think I'm just gonna go with this. Best of 5. What does this mean? I mean, is this ambient, or did I choose something different? I think I chose alternative, sorry. Ambient, where the heck is the ambient tag? What? Ambient, there we go. It's right next to alternative. No kidding. Let's see what this is all about. Improvisation, live, noise, shoegaze. What the heck is that shoegaze? Whoa. Okay. Is that loud? It's not too loud, okay. Yeah, it's just on the... It's supposed to just be, you know, like, very faint in the background. So it seems like it's fine. I think, yeah, I'm gonna keep this as a separate layer. I actually really like this part. Don't mind it at all. Lineart, Mavia... face? Let's do the face now. Unless, I mean, I guess that's something that I forgot, actually. I would like to do some warm-ups probably next time before we actually start doing drawing. I mean, obviously I'm doing it right now, but I think it's also a good idea to do it before, you know. But why am I using mechanical pencil? I just realized I'm using mechanical pencil. Oh, turnip pen. There we go. Okay. I think I pressed P twice. I don't know how that came about. Yeah, I think this is actually another exercise that I saw in a course. Like, do this like ellipses, but you gotta close them down. Like, I'm not really closing them down, and you gotta make it so, like, if you draw a line in the middle, these two sides are the same. So this one is not exactly the same. So you gotta do something like that. Like, yeah. Just do them, you know. You don't like look back. I was gonna say, don't like whatchamacallit. Yeah, don't worry about the mistakes. See, this one is already looking a little better. Like, I'm already closing them down. Yeah, see, I'm already understanding how to close them down just by sheer repetition. Yeah, see, this one is pretty nice. Actually, they're supposed to be way larger. They're supposed to be like this big, because it's supposed to make you used to like using your elbow and your shoulder rather than your wrist. Because if you use your wrist too much, not only does it not look as good, but obviously you hurt yourself as well. You can very much hurt yourself. So it's better to do this kind of stuff, yeah. And this is, again, full disclaimer, if there's anyone lurking who hasn't been on the streams, I'm not a professional at all. I mean, you can see that probably from my art. But, yeah, this is just tips that I've been learning and that I've been looking at. Whether it's on YouTube or on different courses, stuff like that. Like, it's definitely a good investment, I gotta say, to do this kind of stuff. Or yeah, to invest on courses. If it's something that you really want to learn, you know, it's not definitely worth the money. Especially some online courses. Some online courses are really accessible. They're really cheap. Like the course that I have right now is like, what, like $10 maybe, something like that. I mean, it was a little heftier than that, but it was on a discount as well, and I think there's always even lower discounts than this one. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. Again, I'm kind of looking at where this line goes, because I'm assuming it's connected to that, right? Because it's like goes down here and then or maybe not actually. No, that goes back here. Yeah. So maybe it's just like a hair in the back, because it still goes over the shoulders. I didn't realize that at first. Okay, it still goes over the shoulders. I mean, I'm drawing it over the shoulders right here, so it just makes sense. So yeah, maybe a little outside. Well, I guess yeah. Then this line actually makes sense. So how exactly? Okay, yeah, the outside. And then yeah. It's not as, what's the term? It's not as in order, I guess, as these bangs. These bangs on the sides. Actually, whoops. Kinda wanna do something like this. There we go. Whoops. Whoops. There you go. There you go. There you go. Whoop. 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 Definitely. Yeah, see, I definitely need to zoom out a little bit. I feel like because I'm seeing that it's, you know, something smaller than what I'm drawing right now, than what I drew yesterday. Yes, yesterday, of course. Last week. I keep, messing up and trying to zoom in too much. How exactly does this hair work? I mean, yeah, it is something like this, but not exactly, you know? It's also like, you know, sometimes you just gotta keep going. You can always refine it later if you really don't like it, but more often than not, like it's a small detail. Like maybe here in the hair, maybe I will go back and try and make it look better. But at least for the time being, I think it's fine like it is right now. How exactly does this thing work? Okay. Yeah, see, it's hard because I should have done that first and then the bangs on the front. So I think what I'm gonna do is this, like a separate layer, so I'm not afraid, you know, of going over the lines on that other, on the bangs on the front. Whoops, whoops. Let me kinda, there we go. Sheesh. I mean, this is some nice ambience. It's like just the guitar playing, just going off. Kinda lets you think, you know, because sometimes some songs are very noisy and they don't really let you think, which sometimes, you know, it can be relaxing. Just being able to separate yourself and just like enjoy the moment. Just enjoy the music, focus on it, and yeah, just relax to do that. But if I'm like drawing or like doing homework, I usually prefer this, yeah, kind of like ambient music. You know, like the Lo-Fi Girl for studying. That's actually pretty enjoyable. I mean, I guess it should be kind of like that, right? Like kind of like, what's the term? Like uneven, without much order. The hair, I mean. So I guess it makes sense to some degree. That is not super in order. But I gotta say, I'm not like 100% satisfied with it. Oh, here. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm gonna make this one a little shorter. Actually, let me cut. There we go. cut. Yep. There we go. Oops. Yeah, something like this. Hold on. Hold on. You'll ever do guitar or just like music sounds with your mouth? Is that like a weird thing to do? Like when you're really enjoying the song and you go like, I don't know. Now I feel like kind of weird doing it. Well, you know, in the moment it's fun. So don't mind doing it. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I feel like I'm definitely focusing too much on these mistakes. Should just keep going. Yeah, well, let's continue. Bangs. I'm just gonna put bangs. I mean, it's just this part, yeah. And then the face, which is gonna be pretty similar to her normal face. Just a little bit more smug, you know? I do it too, I don't think it's weird. Yeah, oh. And even if it is, you know, like you have fun with it. I don't think it's a bad thing. Even if it is, you know, let's say a little out of the ordinary. But let's be honest, I feel like most people, especially when they get really into music, they do that kind of stuff. I feel like that's when you can see someone that is kind of grooving, you know. It's kind of wholesome seeing someone enjoy music or anything like that to that level. How small? I feel like I'm gonna keep the eyes a little bigger. Cause I was making I was gonna almost make a more smug expression. Smugya. Or what did we say before? Smugbia? Smugmavia? I don't remember. But yeah. Oh, in another thing, it's not related to Mavia necessarily, but it is related to independent Vtubers. I forgot exactly what it was. Oh yeah. Eddie, if you remember, another VTuber that I really like, Ushio Ebi, recently posted a remix of Genshin Impact's Hutao, her theme. She remixed it, and she posted the video yesterday. Yes, yesterday. And it's really cool. I actually really like that remix. Her music in general is really good. Really wish she will. I mean, obviously, yeah. I hope she takes her time with it. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like she should be more smugvia. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I wish she will be a little more confident on it, because she was like, it's kind of scuff and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I don't know. I think that's what's cool about YouTube, is like you can just post the stuff that you make, no matter if it is scuff or not. And for me, it was really good. Like, I don't know, like maybe someone who is like really critic of music can say like, oh, well, this is this and this is this. But like literally, she literally made it, you know, by herself with her app, her own, you know, in her computer with her apps. It's like, I don't know, that just, it really brings me back to, you know, back in the day when YouTube creators didn't have a lot of equipment, stuff like that, and they will just make stuff with what they have, and it's like, I don't know, it's really amazing. And even so now, like she made that other original song, and she made it in collaboration with a music group. Like as far as I know, like she made the melody, and then the arrangements were done by that band. As far as I know, I actually kind of like the little, like because this eye is a little more squinted than the other one, so it brings a little more expressiveness, I feel. Yeah, totally meant for it. Independent VTubers seem to be really self-conscious about their content. Yes, 100%. And it's like, you're doing everything by yourself, like scuff or not. It's something that you did by yourself. Like, it's still incredible. I don't know. Every time I talk about it, I get a little emotional. But like, I don't know. That they have been my inspiration. Like, not. I don't know. Independent VTubers. Yes. I was gonna make a Twitter post. You know, when people post stuff like just without saying anything. I'm just gonna put independent VTubers. Like just post that. Cause yeah. Like, I don't know. I find that way more. But again, you know, not comparing, but like personally, it's really inspiring. That's all I'll say. For now. Oh, these are some really decently length tracks. That's good. But yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe they compare themselves to like bigger VTubers or something like that. And it's like, I mean, it's good to aspire to do things like big VTubers, and I think that's a great goal to have, especially as an independent VTuber. Because like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of, again, I don't know if I'm getting into whatchamacallit, like slippery territory. But I feel like a lot of the stuff that like company VTubers do, and they get like revered for. And you know, like, and here's where I'm going. Like that kind of stuff, they did it themselves. Like a lot of people, I feel like associate like, oh, they do this cool stuff because they're in a company or something like that. But no, like they will do that even if they were in a company. I assure you. Like the only thing that I think will be a little tougher will be like, you know, brand deals. Maybe, well, obviously getting like new models and stuff like that. Like, but even then, I don't know. Again, it just makes it more incredible, the fact that the independent VTubers are able to do stuff like that, because it's like it's just themselves, and maybe, you know, like maybe they have a friend or someone managing them. I don't know. I'm kind of new to the whole VTuber phenomenon, and for now, all the ones I follow are independent. That's cool. That's cool, Mateo. Honestly, yeah, the more support for independent VTubers, the better. And while I love a lot of company VTubers, oh, actually, I'm going into the clothing. Maybe I should make a new layer for that. And this is just the way that I think about it. Okay, obviously, like if people wanna support independent or company VTubers, that's perfectly understandable. Like they make incredible stuff. But I feel like, you know, obviously company VTubers, there's gonna be someone supporting them, right? Whereas independent VTubers, you know, it's how can I explain this? Like, you know, obviously company VTubers are gonna have someone because, you know, they came for the company and stayed for the VTuber personality, which is cool. But for independent VTubers, you know, obviously, I kind of lost where I'm what I meant exactly with that. But I think you kind of might be getting where I'm going, right? Like, there's gonna be someone supporting them for company VTubers, and for independent VTubers. Like, if you found them, I feel like I don't know, to some degree, you almost feel a responsibility to, like, support them. If you like their content. I don't know if I'm explaining myself properly about, for that. But, like, I mean, it's just, for independent VTubers, it's just them against the world, you know? So, yeah, if the ones that you follow are mostly independent VTubers, like, props to you, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a little tough to put into words. Yeah, not so much a responsibility, but rather... I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well in this. Let me do Lineart clothing. Yeah, and especially like big company VTubers, you know. Let me look at this. My mentality is that if you're like an independent VTuber, it's better to actively support them, because unlike company VTubers, there is no guarantee that someone else will. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about. That is for sure. Yeah, like usually for company VTubers, I kind of lurk on their streams or like watch them in the background. And yeah, for independent VTubers, I like more to be like actively supporting them and stuff like that. Because again, especially big company VTubers, like their chats are just floating most of the time. So it's like, I mean, if I say something, will it really matter? I mean, I know that's like, you know, obviously if you have something fun to say or something, like, you can say it. And obviously there's some companies that are not as big. So, I don't know. It's an interesting conversation for sure. But, yeah, to some degree, I do wish that people supported independent VTubers as much. I mean, I know it comes out weird being an independent VTuber myself. I'm just talking about in general. Like, I thought of this when I was a fan of VTubers before becoming a VTuber. Like, I wish people supported independent VTubers with the same passion, and a lot of people do. Don't get me wrong, but like, I mean in general, Like if people supported independent VTubers as much as they support company VTubers. I don't know. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of people who are very passionate about independent VTubers. So I really, really appreciate that. But yeah. Anyway, again, I don't mean to get into like company versus independent or stuff like that. Like obviously they're both creators. But obviously like just the creative freedom is personally what I really like. And there are some companies or some groups that are very much on the side of creative freedom. It's just the bigger ones, and that is the aspect that I personally, yeah, like that personally is kind of iffy to me of like supporting big companies. It's like, you know, a lot of them have a lot of restrictions, just for the fact that they are companies. But some others, you know, because they have to keep certain image or something like that. As a company, you know, they can't have the creators do some stuff, and it kind of tanks, you know, their creative fuel, I guess, for some of them, I feel. So yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting conversation for sure, and obviously I'm not a company VTuber, so I can't say much of it. If anything, talking maybe with an ex company VTuber will be interesting. You know, as part of the research, like that's part. Not even kidding. Like I'm not even trying to play up on the beat, but like that's actually something that I've been interested in researching. Like I mentioned, you know, collabing with company VTubers, independent VTubers. I love them all. It's just again the concept of the companies and the how much creative freedom they give the creators is what kind of takes me away from like supporting, because if you're supporting a company VTuber, it feels like you're supporting the company as well to some degree. So yeah, again, that's where I'm kind of. In general, the bigger a company it is, the shadier they tend to be. It's an interesting thought. It's an interesting thought, but I mean, I can't say. Obviously, it's hard to, and it's better not to speculate too much about stuff like that, because like you don't really know what's going on in the background. But like, I get what you mean. Well, I'm not really working on the clothing now. I'm just working on the hands, and I'm not even doing that well of a job, if I'm being honest. I think I'm gonna keep working just on the clothing. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by shady, because like I mentioned, you know, in terms of restrictions, yeah, like they a lot of big companies have a lot of big restrictions. So I definitely wish. Maybe in the future, you know, they will have to cut back on it, because otherwise it's just gonna stay more niche, which is fine. If a group just stays niche, like that's fine. And like I've been thinking about that, like maybe, like I don't know, I feel like the future it's something that I definitely have to think about to like properly explain it, but I feel like the future of VTubing definitely is on the independent side of it. Like again, I don't think it's bad to join a group or something like that, but like I've seen a lot of. It feels like a lot of them, you know. Once their contract ends or stuff like that, like I feel like a lot of them will prefer to continue as. Or, I mean, obviously I can't say what they think, but it feels like it will be. Because. And I feel like this music is a little distracting me a little bit. The proper term is restricting? Yeah. No, but I get what you mean. Like, the thing is, a lot of big companies don't really tell you what's going on behind the scenes, and it's obviously hard, right? Because it's a big company. Again, they have an image to uphold or whatever. So yeah, I feel like that's what I get, or yeah, in that regard, I can see why you will say like shady, because it's like, someone gets laid off, and it's like, they don't really say why. It's just like, oh, they've decided to end their journey or whatever, and it's like, hmm, yeah, okay. Like they really paint that in very rose tinted glasses, which is something that I really like. Shout out to probably one of my favorite company VTuber, like big company VTuber rather, Takeneshi Kiara from Hololive. She is very transparent when she doesn't like something that the company does. Like she definitely does not sugarcoat any of that stuff. And she obviously is very thankful with the opportunities that the company has given her, understandably so. But when something happens with management or something and they don't allow her to do something, I'm really, I don't know, I'm really glad that she speaks about it. Not in the sense of like, yeah, destroy the company or something like that. Like no, not by any means. More than the fact that criticism is important, like to actually improve a company, and also for the people who are considering maybe auditioning for it in the future, like they understand the limitations. Because she said, like, obviously when they decided to audition for Hololive and stuff like that, like they didn't know the limitations that there will be that amount of limitations, and that kind of blows. It's time for them to the term graduate. It's yeah, it's an interesting term. I don't want to get again negative about it, because obviously I feel like to some degree, like I do like the term, and to other degree I don't like the term. It's again, it's another interesting conversation that I'd rather like, I guess, research more about it, or better not to speculate. But I feel like it depends, because sometimes, the term graduate is supposed to be a positive term. So I mean, if someone has been like laid off, or is because of sad reasons that they have to leave the company, I feel like that doesn't really, that doesn't really fit the graduation term. Now, if it's something like, oh, they have completed their time here and they have decided to move on, then maybe, yeah, the term graduate, I think, fits. But I guess it depends. The problem also, I think, is because of that combination, like people just think of it as a negative thing, you know? You know what I mean? On one hand, in placing the culture, on the other, it sounds like a cover-up, yeah. Yeah. I get what you mean. Like, even if it's nothing serious, it can come off as that to some degree. Yeah. Like, there's definitely some VTubers where it's been like, no, yeah, I decided to move on. And it's true, they have decided to move on because of, like, creative differences and stuff like that. But, in the end, it's like, no, I mean, I'm thankful for the time that I was in this company and stuff like that. And I think that's the best that it can get. What the heck is going on anymore in the music? But yeah, usually, yeah, it makes people, even if that's the case, like people still are kind of suspicious, Especially if, because they want more creative freedom. Like those people have kind of what can I say? Like almost passed or tried to pass the line of like the restrictions of the company, and they have always hit their heads on the restrictions, if that makes sense. Then he's like, oh, okay. I don't know, I feel like those type of YouTubers that are like, yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for the time that I was here, and I'd rather continue on my own time. Like I really am happy for them, and I feel like a lot of people see that as a negative, I feel. But like, again, if they want to continue on their own, that's a big job. I find it personally, because it's like you can still see them, maybe not their character, but in the end they're people, like the personality is what you watch them for. So And that's another thing that I personally don't like, that the company is the one that owns their character rather than themselves. When, like, sure, the company creates the concept, well, to some degree, right? But the personality is really what makes it. That's why when Council, for instance, like, they started and they were like hyping them up and blah blah blah. I was like, I don't know, I'll wait for the debut. And when I saw the debut, I was like, yeah, they have really cool personalities, and I really like them. But I feel like it almost felt like the company was trying to hype up their characters or the concept that they were. But what makes them really interesting is their personalities themselves. I think that's something that companies are yet to understand. The personality is what make the character, not necessarily the design. Obviously, it's part of it, right? But in the end, the character is part of them, right? That's a power move. What do you mean, Mateo? Like it's time to move on my own or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, yeah, I'm trying to be careful because, like, you know, obviously VTubing is very important in the terms of privacy. So I don't want to breach any information. But as they say, the truth is out there. Yeah. I can just imagine that, like, joins company, does a bunch of crazy stuff, is thankful for their time, and decides to move on and continue as an independent, leaves, and then is the chat posts. Yeah, something like that is what I imagined. Yeah, I don't know, because in the time that I've been a VTuber fan, I've just stumbled upon so many different situations, you know? It's hard to give like a proper example. I think I'm gonna keep it, yeah, like this, like cut off on the like down here, like maybe when I'm painting, like end the painting here. Yeah. Give me a second. Let's see. Do I wanna? I kind of feel like I wanna move this part. Oh, I'm glad. Now I'm glad I kept the bangs as a separate layer. Yeah, I think I wanna move the bang a little to this other side. I feel like that might look better, honestly. Yeah, because it feels like there's a gap, like a really empty gap there. Yeah, there you go. I have a feeling that some companies view their VTubers as products they can own rather than entertainers. I mean, it's hard to know, right? But yeah, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, it's gonna be clear. It's gonna be clear which are which for sure. So, you know, it's better not to. Oops, there we go. But I can see what you mean to some degree. Let's be honest. And like I said, I just want to make this clear because I don't want to, you know, obviously, look, in this community, like, or in any community, you know, like, words can be misinterpreted or taken out of context or anything. Yeah, like I keep mentioning, like, I do love company VTubers. Again, it's just the concept of the companies that I'm, like, pretty iffy about sometimes. Yeah. It's hard. It also kind of goes against what I've always seen good about platforms like YouTube. And again, this is just like personal opinion. Obviously, people have different opinions or different journeys that they go in, and I definitely don't want to take away from that. But it feels like, with YouTube, you have that opportunity. Like I mentioned with Evie, like just create what you want in your, by your own, or even with the help of other people. And that's just amazing. It's so inspiring. And the fact that now we're turning around and now we feel the need to have to join companies for that is like, it's a little sad. And I feel like to some degree there's something with YouTube, the fact that YouTube doesn't put out, like it's very hard to grow on this type of platform. I feel like partly it's due to that, unfortunately. Like I feel like if YouTube eventually makes it easier for independent creators to grow, like that will, I don't know, it will become a healthier environment, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the point to me was, and I do hear your opinions, Mateo. I feel like it's definitely very valid. It's just like I feel like a big part of the VTubing community, like really, what's the term? I mean, some of them are idols, so I didn't want to say the term worship, but to some degree, like worship the concept of companies. YouTube definitely favors companies over independent creators. Yeah. To some degree, I mean, I feel like if an independent creator starts growing a lot, like YouTube does see that and does try, maybe not to support them, but does at least shift their focus on them, So that's why a lot of it is about consistency. Like people say, like, nah, consistency, like, it's also luck and stuff like that. Like, sure, because the algorithm is impossible to be able to tell if it's gonna share you or not. But that's why you gotta put in the work. That's why you gotta be consistent. Because when the opportunity arrives, you gotta be ready. Yeah, if you're ready, like you're gonna make it big. Or just start growing. You get the ball rolling. Is what I'm saying. And I mean that to hopefully inspire other people who, maybe they stumbled upon this and are thinking about it, or like having that inner thought, because I definitely have that inner turmoil in my mind for the longest time, like company or independent, because it is a fair conversation to have. Like it's just really hard to grow, and also people. I do like to point out that some people, some VTubers, are I just say people, because they are people in the end. They definitely are going through hard times, and they need capitalism. They need they need that capital. So they gotta make a choice. They might not want to, but they might have to take a choice. Or I don't know. I mean, because as I mentioned, the people who support independent VTubers, they definitely are very passionate about it. That's why I'm making this type of fan art, because I really want to show my support to these VTubers, because they are my favorites. Mavia and Evie are definitely some of my favorites independent VTubers. So I want to show them my support by doing this type of stuff. Clothing too. I almost grabbed a normal pen. Imagine I started drawing with a normal pen on my on the tablet. That wouldn't have been pretty. And show them that they are, at least to me and to their community, like they are just as valid as just as much as VTubers, as company VTubers. Because I was gonna say, like, there's definitely some, like, people look up, is what I mean, a lot to companies, and well, to company VTubers, which is understandable. But I feel like what they see is like, oh, once I join this company, or if I join this company, maybe I'll be at their level, and it's that is not the case. Like, obviously, or not to say that if you join the company, you're not gonna be at their. See, that's what's funny, right? People are like, you know, if I join this company, then I'll be at their level, at the level of these big VTubers. But it's like, if you pass the audition to join that company, it means you are already were at their level, and you just didn't realize, you know. Like, I feel like and that's a lot with just creators in general. I feel like a lot of them don't really know their worth. That sounds mean, but I mean it in a positive way. Like, they don't know their worth in the sense that they don't know just how amazing their content is. And again, the fact that they do it independently, it's just, holy crap. It's so inspiring. I know I've said the word inspiring many, many times, but I want to make it clear. Like, it does inspire me, and I hope to maybe someday be something like that, like inspire other people to get into the VTuber sphere, as they say. And again, everything that I've said is my opinion, the way that I see it, that I look at things. I don't know if people, you know, I think it will be interesting. I do feel a little awkward, you know, when it's something like, you know, because I'm monologuing right now, right? I'm definitely only giving my own opinion. I think it will be interesting to have an actual, yeah, like an open conversation about it, you know? I hope people don't really see this as me, like, looking down. Oh, wait, these are not supposed to be bandages. This is supposed to be like a top. Actually, it could still be like a top. This could be just like the design of the top. But I don't know if that's an actual thing. Let me look at top designs. Top designs. Stripes? Stripe? You just brought some absolute heat, Mateo. Part of it is because the internet makes people think that their talent is tied to the numbers. Yes. Yes, 100%. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's it in the end. Like, people are kind of, people want to say, like, no, I mean, I know that numbers is not everything, but you know, this company VTubers, you know, and yeah, they don't realize that like, that's true. Yeah, that didn't even, I don't know why it didn't cross my mind. I mean, I feel like at first it crossed my mind, but the more people have been talking about, you know, numbers don't matter and stuff like that, like, the more I thought that was actually what the culture was. But I feel like, to some degree, like, some people do care, even some subconsciously, about getting those numbers, or at least that support. I don't want to say even just numbers, but like a community or a support. Because obviously, you know, again, company VTubers have a very strong community, just because of the sheer number of people that they have, and, you know, the fact that people are able to see their content and see that they're worth so much. Like, man. Yeah, no, but that's absolute facts. I mean, like you said, yeah, part of it. It's for sure part of it. Yeah, that's an interesting conversation for sure. And like I mentioned, I don't know if I really want to do this type of conversation much on my own. I think it's definitely an interesting conversation to have with multiple people, because I feel like people will have different opinions about it. And there's just so many layers, right? Like, there's just so many ways to look at it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at the top design, because I'm kind of looking for like a sports kind of top like this that has like a stripe. I'm trying to see if that's an actual thing, or if I'm like making up things, you know, and then when I do it, it looks weird or something like that. Let's see. Stripe. There you go. See, something like this. Okay, let me... This is gonna be weird in my search history. Wait, what? Wait, did that... What? let me open the image in a new tab, because I feel like the... Okay, so look at this. Oh no, never mind. I need to hold on. There we go. CSP. Yeah, there we go. So something like this is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's gonna be my reference. Yeah. Yeah. That was an interesting conversation, I feel. I feel like I got a little distracted, but at least we made some progress while we were working on that, didn't we? That was interesting for sure. Oh, whoops. I'm working on dense watercolor instead of pen. Actually, I feel like there's not much silhouette to it, but I feel like I still kind of want to do like at least to mark the shading, kind of. Do something like, something like this, maybe? I don't know. Because this type of top also like kind of presses, right, on the volume. Yes, I mean, we gotta be professional about this, you know. We're making art. We're making an artwork. But yeah, you know what I mean. We're still on clothing? Yeah. I mean, I kinda started drawing some of the signs. Skyray, it was interesting. I'm just lurking here. I know nothing about VTubers. Well, welcome, Skyray. Thank you for coming by. Sorry, yeah, this is the type of conversation that we have on the first time that you came by. Well, welcome. Yeah, I mean, don't take my opinions like 100% as a fact. I think there's a lot of layers to like the whole company and independent VTuber scene, and that's why I mentioned that I want to collab a lot and like bring this community closer, because I feel like again, and that's why I'm kind of hesitant to really talk about this stuff, is because I don't want to make a separation. I just want to unite people, and just the community as a whole. I think there's a big opportunity to do that, because then like people who only watch independent VTubers can watch company VTubers, or can be open to watching company VTubers, because I feel like there's a lot of discourse about that. Like a lot of independent fans are independent VTuber fans are like, oh no, companies like they take the creativity and stuff like that. And again, like there is criticism to be had, and then there's the the company fans that are like, nah, y'all are just jealous that company VTubers get the recognition they deserve and stuff like that. And it's like, I mean, the thing is, to some degree, some sides are not wrong. Like either side is not wrong. There's just an interesting conversation, and definitely some middle ground to have there. I feel it's just there's definitely interesting stuff in either side. But yeah, hey. How you doing, Skyray? How's your day been? We're just drawing some fan art. How did you find the stream, by the way? Since you mentioned you're not into VTubers, or you know nothing about VTubers, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that you were able to stumble upon something like this. Since we were talking about the algorithm and all that stuff. And also thank you for the lurk. Like, yeah, if you're lurking, that is very much appreciated. Yeah, very thankful for that. But yeah, usually in the weekends we just like to kind of pick down the pace. Oh, pick down the pace? I don't think that's a term. Like bring down the pace a little bit, just relax and talk a little about how our week has been. I guess I just have that a little fresh in my mind, because yesterday there was some VTuber debuts of company VTubers, and it kind of got into my mind. Like I love them. They're amazing. And yeah, I wish them they have success. It's just there's obviously an interesting conversation there to have to have, as I mentioned already. Oh, I keep forgetting I'm still on the clothing layer. I think I want to start drawing. I might actually use this hand part as a sketch. I think I'm gonna move this to another layer, and I'm gonna maybe start like laying things out for these hands. There you go. Hands. I'm just gonna do hands. There we go. Oops. Sorry. It said pen, so I was like, oh, okay, it's in pen. You know, it's one of those hotkeys in my pen. And I hit it, but I was on the zoom in app, on the zoom in tool. Yes, tool. That's the right term. I actually don't know how a hand, how the hand looks when it's doing that. When it's like the closed, but also kind of grabbing type of position. Let's see. Hands grab. I don't know if that's hands on hips. Let's see if it's something like that. Oh yeah, I have looked at this before, for reference for the sketching layer, but it didn't do really big details. Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand. Starting to understand a little bit. There you go. I think, yeah, because this is probably gonna be hitting behind the cloth. So actually, let me do clothing too. Let me kind of draw this clothing, like wrinkles. Did you miss again? It seemed like there was a distinct fade out there. Well, the song isn't over, but it is the final song, so I don't know. Oh, I guess it's still in the background. Let me look at it. I found it last time you were streaming drawing this, but I dropped by towards the end. I just searched for art streams while I work on my animation. Feels better if others make art too. Yeah, I get that. I definitely relate to that. I love watching other people do art while I do art myself. It almost feels like we're in a work group, you know, to some degree. Yeah, I think I get what you mean. But yeah, thank you for working along, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Nice, interesting. So art streams, gotcha. Yeah, and like I mentioned in the past, I have considered doing art streams, like during the week, maybe like on scheduled stuff. We'll see. Maybe in the future I'll do. Same, in fact, I'm drawing right now. Yay! Yeah, that's so cool. We have our little drawing group. That's fun. This is very fun. Yeah, so I guess I'll keep drawing and chatting while y'all work on your. So you're working on an animation, right, Sky? Well, what kind of stuff are you working on? There we go. Is it like a personal project, or like homework, or like a fan art work that you want to do? Because I also wanna. That's actually the reason why I got the CSP. Oh, now the song ended. Okay. The Clip Studio Paint EX. I got it when it was on a discount. Because it has limitless timeline for animating. So in the future, I definitely want to get into animating. There we go, classic lo-fi track. Okay, so 4 fingers. Yeah, that works. I just got into digital art like 1.5 months ago, and I got hooked on animation. Ah, cool. Mateo, I'm experimenting with traditional art to capture the look of cave painting. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, good luck on that to both of y'all. Yeah. Yeah, keep going at it on the animation, because animation is incredible, and like very stylized art like the one Mateo is working on. It's also really mesmerizing, especially something like cave painting, because it's damn. Yeah, I mean, as I always mention, definitely look at a lot of reference. Or you know, obviously, if you want to do something original, maybe look at the best references that you see, and you know, grab an inspiration from that stuff. Yeah. Actually, yeah. No, I think gonna delete this finger. Yeah, delete the finger. Yeah, the hands. I think I'm gonna draw on top. And let me look at the hands on hips reference, because definitely need to look into those. I just fell in love with the aesthetic. Yeah, that's the best, when you find an aesthetic that you love and that you're passionate about, because then if you want to recreate it, like you already have, even subconsciously, you already have like a mind gallery of the best parts, you know, that stuff, that type of aesthetic. That was really cool. And I remember you mentioned you like mythological or more like creature drawing, right? Rather than human drawing. So it will be cool if you ever combine those two aesthetics, right? Like the mythological creatures and drawn on the cave paintings. That'd be really cool. Let me work on... Where is the... Is it on hands? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna delete this whole thing, because I didn't exactly like how it looked. So the index finger is a little stretched out, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like here. Yeah, something like this. And then there's like the hand here. But yeah, I will say, before we finish the independent and company VTuber conversation, like independent VTubers, definitely like know your work and keep working at it. Know your work. Know your worth. Yeah, I'm trying to be motivational, and here I am stumbling on my words. Yeah, know the worth of your work. Like, no matter, like, don't compare yourself, first of all. And yeah, know that as long as you're learning something. There's actually a really cool animation that I was watching yesterday called Social Monsters. It's made by Rubber Ross, Rubber Ninja. He makes some really great art, and animation especially. One of my biggest inspirations for animation. And he made this little thing called Social Monsters, where it was like these two monster girls talking about, you know, what it takes to succeed on YouTube, or especially, you know, how to bring your creativity, how to share your creativity or your passion. That's really interesting, and especially like the core message. I'll definitely recommend y'all check it out, because the whole thing is really cool. But the core message is, you know, just put your stuff out there if you want to share it. You know, if you want to become good and share. You know, don't be afraid to do it, and do it at a consistent pace. That is another thing that it touches on. Like, definitely be consistent about it, because that's definitely something that I made mistakes with in the past. Is like, you know, showing my first like small stuff and not getting a lot of success, and being like, oh well, I guess I'm not meant to. And you know, that's the trap that a lot of us fall into. Like, again, like you said, like trying to find your worth in the interactions, especially, and the numbers and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not a healthy way to look at things. Because then, you know, you get to, let's say you gain 1,000 subscribers, and then you stay there for a couple months. Like you reach 1,000 subscribers, but because you stayed there, you're like, oh, my channel is dying, and blah blah blah, and it's like, what? No. Well, I just realized I gave her really small hands. So something that I've heard, and it obviously depends on the style that you are working on, but the hands should be like about the size of the head. So I gave her absolutely small hands. Again, it depends on the style, but usually you don't want them to be like this small in comparison, for sure. Again, luckily I'm working with a separate layer, so I can just make them bigger like this. What is the line? Well, there's like a line there. Oh, there you go. I was like, what's up with that line? Okay. Hands, am I right? Just working with hands is stuff. Like, for real. The people who have learned how to draw hands properly, holy crap, my hat goes off to you. So good. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I mean, see, again, the style is a little different, so like, I mean, I feel like in the future I do want to make the head a little smaller, because I feel like overall, compared to the rest of the body, like, I think the head is big. I don't know. I mean, it almost fits the bird aesthetic, right? Like, birds have big heads. A lot of birds have big heads. I'm sorry, Mavi. If you ever see this, I'm sorry. Like, well, no, actually, her head is pretty proportionate. If anything, it's a little big, but that's kind of the anime style, isn't it? And yeah, like, these hands are not like, they're not the size of her head, but they are definitely like at least half of her head. I think that's like the limit, from what I've seen. Like, half of the head is usually what you wanna have at most. You know what I think I'm gonna do here is have it be. Did I even finish my thought of what I was gonna say about the independent VTubers or creators just in general? Like, yeah, just be consistent. Like, don't wait until you're hired into a company to start being consistent. Because you can be successful as an independent, but you know, obviously, like I said, like wherever your journey takes you is you know, that's not up to me, of course. That's not for me to say what's right and wrong. In that regard, you know, in the VTuber journey, or yeah, anything like that. Like, just think about what will help you follow your passions. And obviously, you know, like, being able to live off of that stuff, like, I do get that, especially for like all I was gonna say like older people, but like, you know, like older, like a few years from where I am. Like 1 or 2 years I'm talking about, or maybe not even, you know, technically I should be looking into it already, but like, I mean, like, to a point where you're pretty much forced into a choice, is what I mean. Like, right now I am in college, like, I do still have time, you know, to think about that stuff, without having to take a big decision. So I don't know. It's definitely look into it, but also know that, you know, your content is valid, even if you are independent. Like, please don't think that like your content will be valid once you enter a company, because that's not the case. That's not the case. Yeah. The only thing I find harder to draw than hands are feet. I never understand the perspective of them. The only silver lining is that most times they're gonna be covered too. True, yeah. Because hands are usually just out there. I think that's why people usually say that they struggle more with hands. Because, you know, usually, yeah, feet are covered. But yeah, there's people who can, again, much like hands, like they can draw feet really, really well. So yeah, you know, it's just a matter of practice and like again looking at references and stuff like that. And I think something that helps a lot is being able to, like I did in the sketch, kind of like separate them into small shapes, you know, smaller shapes, kind of like this, you know. And as you are working like that, you know, then eventually you're gonna be able to make like more simplified figures until you're able to just create the hand, you know, just out of out of thin air, you know. Like some artists are pretty much magicians in the sense that they can just create stuff out of thin air like that. It's just impressive, and yeah, definitely look up to those people. And yeah. We keep coming back to that. I'm sorry. I'm talking way too much about that stuff. But something that I do want to mention is like we were talking about how numbers, like people think that numbers define, you know, the worth of their content. And yeah, like you said, it's part of it. I think another part is like the fact that, you know, they got into a company, so people are like, oh, okay, they passed the audition. So obviously they have the abilities, and you know, obviously it is true. Like, let's say 99.9% of the time, I doubt there's any VTuber who has gone into a company who is not skilled enough, right, to be there. But that's where we come back to, you know, if you audition and you got chosen, you know, that's because you already have what it takes, you know. Like the fact that you pass the audition doesn't make you now worth it. Like the fact that you passed the audition is that it means that you were worth it already. I don't know. Yeah, there's more stuff that I want to mention about that, but I think I'd rather wait, you know, for a better opportunity. I've been telling myself to start learning anatomy forever, but I never actually start. Yeah, especially if you want to work on animation, I definitely recommend, yeah, you start doing some studies. You can focus more so on the, like people sometimes are like, you know, focus on the bones and stuff like that. And I'd say more on the muscles. The bones are good to focus on because like you start to understand that, you know, whatchamacallit? Yeah, like arms and legs and, you know, everything in the body is like solid. You know, so it's not gonna like distort crazily. Like obviously, you know, again, because of the muscles, there is like stretches and squash that you can do, you know, speaking of animation, but it's not to an extreme level, you know, to the point that it looks distorted. So yeah, definitely will recommend you. But I understand, like I've definitely been on the same boat of like I gotta study anatomy, and yeah, if anything, college has been helping me with that a lot, like doing those anatomy studies for 3D modeling, because I've been doing, I think has helped me a lot, also for, not only for animation, but also for drawing, is the fact that, you know, we have to draw, so the way that we have our assignments is that we have to draw the bones. So we get a painting, one of those like old paintings, like oil painted, really, you know, obviously anatomically correct, that pretty much look like pictures. And we gotta draw on top of those like the bones, and then on top of the bones the muscles, and then on top of the muscles the topology, basically the polygons that we need to the way that we are supposed to organize them, so that, you know, that they make the shapes of the body. So, or of the muscles especially, like they follow that structure of the muscles. So we gotta planify those well, and I think that's the stage that has helped me more, being able to, or having to draw those aspects. Like yeah, actually for this week, no, for last week, I had to draw the hands, the topology of the hands, and I think that has actually helped me kind of figure out how the hands work and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and you don't have to do all that. Like just doing studies on the hands and just trying to figure out like, okay, so this moves like this, and also doing different things, because obviously the hand looks very different when it's open than when it's closed. Again, the bones are the same, right? So the proportions stay the same, but they, you know, the way that you're gonna draw it, because it's 2D, it's gonna look very different. So yeah, definitely recommend it. And you know, obviously I gotta practice what I preach as well. Let me do, what is this, pants? My pants. I mean, I technically already started on the pants. I just realized that. But yeah. There we go. Just trying to close up those those windows. And then, so based on this, whoops, that's the wrong number. No. Based on this is kind of like where the pants stop. And then let me draw this leg. And then the other leg, I mean, the other leg is pretty much here, like I don't know if I should make them separate, because like the other leg is pretty much here already. Or I guess, no, because let's say she has her legs kind of more open, since she's in like that confident, yeah, this type of confident pose. Though I guess the pants are kind of baggy, so, maybe never mind then. Yeah, see that again? That's what good about reference. Yeah. Yeah, another thing is just, you know, just learn by doing. Just learn by grabbing references and start drawing, you know, whatever you want. I think that's something that can help you get the ball rolling. Like work on the stuff that you like first. And then as you start finding out the stuff that you don't know, you can start working on that. You know, as they say, know what you don't know. It's an interesting concept for sure. Actually, yeah. See, that's why I say like don't zoom in too much, because yeah, see now I'm looking at everything and it looks a little disproportionate. So yeah, it's like the pant goes like the pants go like this. This track sounds kind of like, what would you say, like Undertale maybe? Definitely sounds like video gamey. I really like this track. Okay, and this one goes like this. I just kind of want to follow the kind of baggy style that the pants have. But it's kind of hard because I also want to get the silhouette right, you know? Let's see how, okay. I'm trying to figure out how those shading work, but I feel like that's more for the shading too. Like how these little wrinkles work. I also really struggle with clothing wrinkles, personally. I feel like that's even more complicated than like muscles and anatomy, because you know it's more unpredictable. There we go. Another thing that I should focus, maybe like here, like in the where the belt is, because you know it's the only part that really is like tensed up, I guess. Oh, that was the end of the track, really? The end of the album, you could say. Okay, we got like 15 minutes left of the stream, so let me look into. Whoops. Start playing something else. Sorry, that was nothing. Don't worry about that. Let me look what other stuff we can play. October holiday season songs. Hey, let's wait a little more for that. Or I don't know. We could get into it actually. Let's see what we have. Yeah, let's start it up. It's already the holidays, why not? Let's go. Ooh. Okay. Winter's Chill Wave it's called. Anyway, let's see if we can complete this. I mean, this is pretty much it, I'd say. Oh, right, I wanted to have this part should have her initials. So Ma B. Whoops. Yeah, Ma. Whoop. I really need to get back into katakana. That's another thing that I was gonna mention. I wanna draw. I wanna do more, or do actually, just language learning streams, Japanese learning streams. Maybe like a Friday in the afternoon or something like that. Time where when I know, you know, that I have the time. Let me real quick for reference. On top of the draft. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. On top of the draft, I want to grab this color. Oops. Draw this color. And then, yeah, like do this. Oops. There we go. Do this because I want to point out that there's these little details on the oops, that's actually a lot lighter than I was hoping. Yeah, but I guess because it's low opacity. Yeah, let me make it darker. There we go. Yeah, nice. Just gotta remember that there's this here. Oop. Hey, nice. There we go. Sometimes figuring out cloth wrinkles that look natural feels like rocket science. Yeah, 100%. What the heck? Hyper Jingle Bells is the name of this song. Can definitely feel the hyper part of it. Actually, I might want to. I don't know. I was gonna say I might want to mark down the collarbones. But actually, I think I'd rather do that with the shading. Yeah. What the heck is going on? Whoops. I will say, she has a fairly thin neck, so it's not like... Yeah. I feel like by keeping it over here, I was making it thicker than it actually is. Yeah, because it's something like this. Again, I think the head might be a little big? Question mark? But I don't know. The more I look at it, actually, I don't know. This is nice. Oh, let's put... Actually, where is their insignia? Like here? I think I'm gonna grab this insignia and put it, yeah, on this side, on this part where there's the, okay, where's the clothing? Clothing 2. Just make this little like badge thingy and put the insignia there. I think I wanna, yeah. Whoop. The hardest part, draw a circle. I mean, it is a really hard part. Supposedly that's the exam for a lot of art schools. Or for some big art schools. I don't know if every art school. But I feel like it's like some places definitely work on that. Whoops. Okay, so it's like white. And then, okay. I gotcha. I didn't mention it before, but I really like how her expression came out. That's another thing I struggle with a lot. Oh, you like it? Yeah, honestly, I don't remember really. And I think that's something that comes from the sketch, definitely. Yeah, but thank you. I'm glad you like it. I usually struggle a lot with the expression too. Like I usually end up with expressions that look very plain, if that makes sense. Like this one, I feel like it's a little plain. And this one I do like, I feel like it is definitely a little more expressive, but I feel like this one is fine because it's like her stand, right? Like it's like supposed to be kind of like emotionless. To some degree, I guess some stands do show emotion, but like a lot of stands are more emotionless. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of power her stand will have. What do y'all think? Like, I mean, obviously it's able to fly, but like, I wonder if it will like maybe drop something or do something. Well, what the heck is going on? Carol of the internet? What does that mean? Wait, did I? Huh. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay. I thought I had drawn in the wrong layer. Which I did for some, but not for this one, luckily. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mark down those. Actually, no, they're not marked down. They're just like painted over. Okay, never mind. But yeah, thank you, Mateo. Glad you like the expression. I mean, for the most part, I think this is good. I think I might start putting some color in. Because if anything, if we look at this and the head still looks big, we can always make it smaller somehow. The thing is, we have multiple layers here, so I feel like, yeah, we will have to go into post to actually be able to make it smaller, unless I can select multiple layers, which I don't know if it's the case. Is this everything? I mean, this seems to be pretty much everything, so let me see if I can select this. Does this select all the layers? Let's see. Oop, let's see. Oh, it does! Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see if we can make it a little smaller, or if it looks weird if we make it a lot smaller. Because, you know, sometimes that happens, like you make the body too big in this type of more realistic aesthetics. And it starts to look a little wonky, right? I think something like that is fine, right? Because it's also like in perspective, so maybe if I make it a little like this, well, now it looks a little chubby, which is fine, but you know, it's not the right proportions that I was looking for. Actually, maybe if I do it a little like this. I mean, I kind of like the fact that it's going like this, because it's like, you know, gives her more sass, right, in her pose. But maybe if I tilt it just a little bit more, maybe it would look better like that. And then move it a little to the side. I'm using the arrow keys now. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I mean, the thing is, this is not necessarily like part of her head, right? Like, this could be kind of like below her chin. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out before we actually like fully move on. But then again, we can also start like putting some color in, especially for Harpy Mafia. Yeah, we're almost done for today, so I guess we can start working on this stuff. Let's see. So let's save these layers. Draft layer here. Well, no, not high, but you know, keep it there. And then I didn't create a Lineart shelf. What's it called? File? File? Is it? Folder. Yes, folder. Yeah, because you fold it. I actually didn't think about that. I kind of sort of just realized that it's called like that because you literally fold it. Actually, didn't really think about that until now. Yeah, so I think I want to put it between the draft and the folder. Let's see, let's add it here. And let's do base stand. So what we could do here is use a selecting tool and try and select everything outside of the stand. Oh, right, but this is high resolution, so it's gonna look it's gonna take a while to select. Yeah, I was just thinking like, because usually you want to color everything in the drawing, like everything inside of what you want to draw. That usually makes the drawing process a little easier. Yeah, but I think my computer is kind of struggling right now, or at least Clip Studio, because like my computer doesn't seem to be struggling really. I think it's definitely Clip Studio. It's really struggling. Holy crap! No, wait for it to respond. Wait. Uh-oh. Please respond. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna press anything, please. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, I saved. I think. If not, then I'm gonna save on a different file, because... Oh, boy. There you go. Got scared for a second there. Yeah, see, that goes inside of the feathers a little bit. And also, but I guess I should probably also hide all the references. Website. I just ruin all this stuff. Dodge a bullet there. Oh yeah. Definitely dodge the bullet. Thankfully. Okay, let's save. Let's hit save multiple times because I want to make sure. And then select. And let's just be patient. Let's just be patient, you know. We'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Let me drink a little bit of water because my throat's starting to get a little sore. It's a little cold actually over here. There we go. Yeah. Nothing is scarier than that, isn't it? Sheesh. Okay, there we go. Right? Selected? Is it selected? It doesn't seem... Okay, it's still working on it. Yep, take your time. Take your time. There we go. Okay, I don't know why well, what is this little artifact here? But it's interesting that, yeah, again the wings are not being, or are being selected in. See, oh, I guess I might have to select that stuff by hand. Oh, and here as well. Oh, you know what? Well, never mind actually. You know what? Yeah, let me do that on the sketching layer, on the draft layer rather. Where is it? Oh, okay. That was the thumbnails. Where is this this draft? Because then here on this draft layer, what we can do is seal everything. Yeah, that way we don't have to seal everything with the line art, because it would look a little unnatural, I think personally. But we can secure it by doing this, like drawing on these sections, in these little open areas. Do I have to close this down too, or do I just close this? I think it was closing that, it should be fine. Let me do this, there we go. And then draw over here. So then everything, you know, it won't stay. I actually just figured that out. Because I was trying to think, like, I was like, I don't really want to patch, you know, everything like that. I kind of like the style, the kind of rougher style that I have going on right now. But yeah. And also, yeah, all the excess I want to erase. And I think that's something that stayed here. Is it related to this? Or, I mean, yeah, it was here. That part that didn't want to budge for some reason. I mean, yeah, I'll just take that out for the time being. I don't know if there's something else. But I think it's fine for now. Whoops. There we go. Oh no, that's on Lineart. Hold on. Let me put that here. Yeah. As long as it's on the draft folder. Yes, draft folder. It's fine. Oh. The music ended. I was actually not expecting the music to end before we ended the stream. But I guess it's fine. You know what? Let's play. I'm sure. I'm sure it will be fine, right? I'm sure Abby will be fine with it. Let me play Abby's song. Oh wow, I can watch my own stream. Let me pull up my own stream here. What the heck is happening? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, it's just 1 minute. But yeah, let me see how high it is. It should be fine. Yeah, so this is a Vtuber remix that Abby made. Actually, let me share it in on the stream. This is the sauce. And this is, hold on, let me show you Mavia's channel. Oh, link you Mavia's channel. This is the one we're making fan art of right now. Let me continue. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is the link to her channel, and I'm gonna pin it just so it stays there. Even in the chat, in the later chat. There we go. And now let me play that. It's a banger. Yeah, it might be a little low, so definitely check out the original video if you want. So good. Like Hotel's theme is already an absolute banger. She did an amazing job. I think all of this is safe. Maybe here? I think I'm gonna cover this area. Cover this. Yeah, I kind of don't like these little nibbits that stay there. Gonna cover this part, though it's already covered by that. It should be anyway. Wait, what? But didn't I erase that? I don't know. So freaking good. There we go. So supposedly, oh, there we go. Okay, I was like, why can't I erase it? And that's it. That's the song. I think it wasn't the full song. I think Hotel's theme is a little longer. But yeah, that's the part that she remixed. Yeah, it's like 4 minutes. So she remixed that part. But yeah, I mean, for what it is, it's really good. I mean, that sounds like, you know, I really like it. Really, really like it. But yeah, for the time, the length, yes, for the length is really good. Let me draw over this part. Yeah, just trying to cover everything. I mean, I kind of don't want to stay like this, like just quiet. Let's see if we have anything else that we can play. I know it's already past the time that I was gonna end the stream, but I just want to finish that so we can start putting some color in next time, or again, maybe on my own time too. But, or maybe I will do a guerrilla stream during the week. And we will do some drawing. That could be fun. But I'll see about that. Oops. D. No, D. Oh, I pressed E. My bad. There we go. Press this bar. Shave it off. Shave it off. Press this. Oh, I think that's the, yeah. I don't think that's the layer. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it is. Hold on. No, not Lineart. Not Lineart, the draft part. Wait, why is it not selecting the... Huh? I'm trying to select this part. See this? Oh, there we go. Okay. It's not deleting it for some reason. Oh, I guess, yeah, there's definitely multiple layers going on here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's trying to make sure that everything is selected up until, you know, the line... Yeah. Up till this part. Yeah. There we go. Banger, I know, it's so good. Yeah, she actually has an original song. She used the Hatsune Miku program for the vocals. I could also share it. I think I shared it the other time. But yeah, all of that stuff is so inspiring, and again, it it almost makes me a little emotional just because it takes me back to that time when like it was all about people creating the best they could create independently, and yeah, I don't know. And holding off too much to that. I definitely have considered that, but the more I think about it, like the more it still feels like it's just like full creative freedom. Like it feels like the best case. But again, as I mentioned, it's hard to grow in this platform, so like I definitely don't blame, as they say, don't blame the player, blame the game. That's kinda the situation right now. Like I definitely don't blame the decisions that other people make, but the fact that they have to take those decisions. I don't know. Again, for some reason, for some people, it might be better. But again, it depends on what you want to do. Yeah. And like you mentioned, like the whole graduation thing, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't really want to get into a whole nother tangent right now. But there is definitely a conversation on, let's just say, to leave you with a bit of a snippet. Not even company Vtuber's graduation, but independent Vtuber's graduation. That's a whole nother can of worms, I feel. It's interesting, for sure. Have some interesting experience with it. But since we are pretty much closing the stream, thank you so much for coming by. Both of y'all for being here on chat, chatting away, and anyone who has been lurking or just came by to check out the stream. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much again, because I know how small of a chance it is that you'll find this channel, and more so the fact that you decided to click on this and that you enjoy it for whatever time you were here. Yeah, I hope it was a fun time, because that's the objective in the end. So yeah, thank you again. Let me just make sure everything is closed down, and we can probably go ahead and select it. And if we can do that, then we can just make the base of the drawing. I'm gonna draw here, just seal everything down. There we go. I feel like this with this could give me some problems, these little parts. So I'm just gonna shape them off. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, see, this part I thought it was gonna give me some trouble, because usually it's in these corners where the selection kind of struggles. I don't know if you have ever tried to select that kind of stuff. It's a bit of a struggle for sure. Thanks for streaming, was fun. I'm glad it was fun, Sky. Yeah, I'm glad my talks were fun, because sometimes sometimes you have your doubts, as we were talking, Thanks for streaming. It was really fun as always. The talk was nice. Yeah, I enjoyed talking, honestly, and having also a conversation with y'all, like getting to know what y'all think about what I'm talking about. Because I don't want to really, like I mentioned, I don't just want to put out my opinion. I kind of want this to be, like an open conversation. Yeah, again, a conversation, not like trying to counter each other or anything like that, but like just talking about our different opinions. About some chill topics. Because in the end, it's the weekend. It's time to take a few to relax, and maybe we have some pending work, work on that, but like more chill, right? Like not with the struggle of the week. I say that because, at least I still got some schoolwork to finish. But yeah, it's not much. We're almost. I'm almost done, luckily, and hopefully I won't have to go to bed when the sun is coming out, like like I've had to do the past weekends. I hope so. Yeah, but I think so. I have made much more progress than before, and I will be taking some time to rest as well during that time. So yeah. Okay, let me see how everything is now that we have these shavings off. Let's try and select again, and let's see how this goes. Here we go. It's gonna take its time. That's fine. Oh, I just realized I didn't save. I just realized. Uh-oh. Nah, it should be fine. As long as I take my time. Well, yeah, let's stretch a little bit. Make sure to stretch as well, and yeah, if you get the chance, get up and stretch. Well, stretch, but also your legs, not only your arms and your column. You stretch your whole body, because it's important to take care of it if you want to keep going. There we go. Whoops, no, that selection isn't done. Let me drink a little more water. That's the best part of the stream, right? Like waiting for the selection to happen. Why is there still there's still that little tidbit. Oh, and the wings still licked in. Interesting. Okay, so definitely gotta do a little more work on those. But for the time being, let me start just putting some color in. There you go, base. And let's choose kind of a... Actually, let me bring up a reference now. And let me do... Let me grab the color of the... Actually, the color of the feathers, I think. Like more of an orangey... If you remember, I mentioned that I wanted more of a orangey color. Wait, what am I... Is this the right thing? No, this is the eraser. My bad. Whoops. Oh, select. Yeah, inverse select. Right? Is that the inverse select? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. Like just the base of the color. So then it's gonna be easier to make more solid colors in the future and get the idea of the shading in and stuff like that. So yeah. That's what we're gonna be focusing on next stream. Oh, I forgot this part. I can erase it. Can erase it after. I think, yeah, only that part of the feather is still missing. But yeah, maybe I'll fix that up for next time. I'll just get the base of the coloring and stuff. So yeah, as I mentioned already, thank you so much for coming by, everyone. I'm glad it was entertaining. And yeah, hope you have a great weekend, a great start of the week. I will be posting on Twitter, on my Twitter. It should be in the description, the link to my Twitter, or let me share it to you right here. There it is. That's the link, so you can yeah, get the updates for my streams and also the schedule that we'll be posting tomorrow. So yeah, a really great rest of your day, rest of the weekend, and a great start for a new week. So yeah, thank you once again. I'm Aren. Thank you for coming to today's experiment, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.